end of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad. That's where Atlanta was born. And there a train horn still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus. Today, a good one in store here between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons.
Your Atlanta Falcons.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And away we go at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Here comes Malik Washington. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, yeah, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
At the 28-yard line.
Slot man motioned over. 2nd down carry for Achane. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
3rd down.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
Now it's Jake Bailey, who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. Back deep for the Falcons, Jamal Agnew. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 8th pick in the 2024 draft. Out of your alma mater, the University of Washington, Michael Penix Jr.
The former Husky got a 3-star audition to end his rookie season. Kate, and those results, well, as you'd expect, were a little mix. Some highlight reel making throws and some opportunities to learn from as well. But now the 8th pick, he's going to get the ball in his hands, winning his own team.
It's a 31-yard play, and the Falcons will have a first.
Good for a Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. Staying with Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Penix. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion still pretty good for the defense.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Penix working from the gun. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Clean break breakup on that throw. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Sets up 4th down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target and really the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
So with the Falcons set to punt on 4th, on comes Bradley Pinion. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Now we're going to see the Dolphin offense for their second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. They'll start the drive with Achan. Nice cut back to the right sideline. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Miami.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
Waddle now in motion right. Tagovailoa on first down. Waller with the catch. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
2 yards on the.
You want to know why we see so many gray hairs, Kate, on these D coordinators we meet with? It's plays like that. These T coordinators hate quarterbacks that can escape the pocket, escape the blitz, and make you pay with completions.
From the 45 on second down. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Jalen Waddle. A gain of 9 yards, and the Dolphin first down.
Chain on the inside give. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. 2 and out from the gun. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Don't want to give them another shot at 3rd down, so they'll bring up 4th while they can and decline the flag. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. On first down, here's Penix. Cut out left. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively. 2nd and 10 now. Has some daylight through the 40.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
That's good for a Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw, and without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Willie Gay there on the tackle.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 43. He's got a man left. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line to gain.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
You could see that screen develop as the lineman pull right out in front. Sets up a nice gain. Love to see a running back utilize the big man in front of him.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Play action. Here's Penix. Gets this one to London. And he's taken down at the 30. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons will have a first.
That's another Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Robinson on the inside give. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Dialing up a receiver screen. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Penix here from the gun. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plan. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Running it after the penalty. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. He picks up 15 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score. Back now, pressure on its way. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And it's step one towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up.
At the 9-yard
And right
line.
there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal. Play fake. Penix. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons get the game's first points here in the second. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
John Parker Romo out to try the point
lining
after.
up for the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
Dolphins, nothing.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Washington now to return. This makes it up to the 25. The Dolphins offense ready to go as they take the field. Still in search of their first points as we work our way through the middle of this game. The score 7-0. All right, Miami has its offense set, partner. Here comes 1st and 10. They go play action with Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Another try following the sack. Here's a screen for Achane. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Third and 2, now Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball, you think about them through the years, they trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
On again comes Jake Bailey to punt this away. Agnew on to handle the return. He has it at the 33. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Penix now. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
3rd down, it's Penix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't find Kyle Pitts on that throw. And that brings up 4th and long.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
They'll punt it away again. Bradley Pinion headed back out. And they avoid a return on the play. This one bounces and gets out at the 25-yard line. Offense returning to the field now for the Dolphins. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score. Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 13. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Tagovailoa facing 3rd and long. Space past the 35. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
19 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Pick it up, you're embarrassing us. Come see it. Step it up. What are you doing? Were you even paying attention?
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds his fullback. And they'll make a stop up at the 46-yard line.
To number 30.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. You have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. Then you're going to be just fine.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They run the counter to Achane. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
He was taken down.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Stays in the pocket. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. Comes up empty on that one. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Falcons, running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
At the 13-yard line.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league, but that lone yard, it's not going to really change what they're thinking about doing here on second down.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Now Penix off the play action. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes them. It's going to be third down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Bradley Pinion on now to punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he'll haul in this punt. Fair catch made at the 45-yard line. The Miami offense headed out there now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. On first down, here's Tagovailoa. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins start to fight back with their first points of this game. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Dolphins tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Here's Jamal Agnew on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Rasul Douglas on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Penix. Go right side, caught by Mooney. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Penix on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Atlanta. The Falcons hoping to break this tie before the half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Penix working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. To the air with Penix. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Malik Washington will return this for the Dolphins. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The Dolphins offense returning to the field a final time before the half. Backed up this far and with such little time left, Brock, you gotta imagine they're just gonna kneel this out. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he's gonna be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They're set up at the 35 now. Tagovailoa on 1st down. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Here's Tua. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He may have taken away that quick slant. Look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone. He anticipated that route. It's Johnny on the spot.
Waddle makes the catch. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here comes the final play of our first half. He'll throw it. Throwing for the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. On the return, here's Ray McCloud. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Starting the half with Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Penix now to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Falcons will have a first.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
On first down, here's Penix. The left side is caught by Pitts. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
1st and 10 from the 41. Mooney will go in motion left. Run it with Robinson from the pistol. He started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. He applied by Bradley Chubb.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. Penix on the sneak. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
No gain on the play.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in 04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
Looking to throw. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Running with A-Chain out of the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
44-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Hits him on the out route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Escapes the pocket. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
7-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And a Dolphin first down.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Here's A-Chain from the pistol. Jukes one defender. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Going to the ground again on first. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
2 and out from the gun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 4th and long. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
The kick by Patterson is good. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Agnew on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield. And here come the Falcons on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
They're going play fake with Penix. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Penix here from the gun. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to do the honors for the fourth time today. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll stick with Achane. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
And it's
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Jake Bailey's going to kick it away. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw was looking for Kyle Pitts. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
And 10.
When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
To the right side and reeled in by London. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Falcons. 1st and 10 at the 40.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
On the tackle. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Penix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Again, Penix to the air. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Punting unit out now. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this 2nd half. On 1st down, they're going to start out with Achane. They're driving closer and closer, Brock. This play made behind the line. They're now back to the 6.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
They go play action with Tonga Vailoa. Finds his back, Achane. And he's out of bounds behind the line, so that's going to add a couple yards on to this 3rd down.
He
specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Achane on the inside give. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long.
Fair or unfair, I sit in a little bit of a judgment seat next to you up here, Cade. I got to judge that one. That tells me that coach trusts his defense more than he does his offense in that situation.
They'll bring out the punter here. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
They blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
He was taken down.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. His back, it's Robinson. And this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10, right up near that marker now.
3rd and 1.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for a Falcons first down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First and 10, around to Robinson. He cuts it to the right sideline. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
At the 3-yard line.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. Here's Robinson. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons take a fourth-quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
Falcons 14, Dolphins 10.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
On the move, hit it right. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
On the scramble. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Dolphins.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Downfield, this finds Waddle. And he's taken down at the 30. He goes as a gain of 19 yards.
A gain of 19
and it'll be
yards.
first down, Miami.
And a Dolphin first down.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
Yards. First down, Miami.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
First carry now. This is Ollie Gordon. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. third down there with the set.
As we're into the fourth quarter, we know this. We know that money down cannot be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. Kicked well, and this is good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind, as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. Here's Agnew on the return. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Out of the field runs the Atlanta offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3 now. We'll go play action. Here's Penix. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half.
And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, it's Robinson. Past midfield at the 45. And they'll finally get him down at the 37-yard line. They'll get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, and they go right back to it. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons clinging to a 1-point lead. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
Here he is to throw. That one complete to Pitts. And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down. And Brock, that should clinch them this victory.
That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, Well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.